All right, big guys, are you ready? Are you ready for the day? Are you ready for the Wednesday, puppies? Are we ready for the Wednesday? And there's the noisy ones, as usual. So I get my coffee and get out of the camper. The camper life. The Iceman's been in the camper now since April of last year. And some predicted I wouldn't make it a week. Now people make fun of me that I live in my camper because my wife kicked me out of the house. Now, knowing who I am, don't you think I would tell you that if I was the facts? Kind of knowing who I am as a person, don't you feel like, for me, individual that shares all, many people tell me, it's like, you just share way too much information for social media. Like, yeah, I don't really care personally, but whatever. Here we go, across the way, and good Wednesday morning. On this beautiful Wednesday morning, actually it's warmed up. I'm probably overdressed, but we're supposed to have very heavy winds coming at noontime, so it's kind of like the lull before the storm, because it's like the trees are not even moving. But apparently later this morning, 25 to 35 mile an hour winds are coming in with gusts up to 50 miles an hour. But it's supposed to be like 50 degrees. Yeah, you'll probably feel like it's in the 40s. It's like the other day. And it seems like I'm starting to kind of kick this frickin' whatever I got. So I didn't go to the dog. Anything. All the big dogs been out. The kid's so funny. She let all the dogs out early this morning. Earlier than when I usually kind of get going. So all the dogs are at the camper. So I figured she's outside watching them. I let my dogs out. And I'm kind of now becoming aware that she's not watching the dogs. So I'm trying to call her. And she's not answering. I'm calling my wife. She's like, I'm not even home. Yeah, the wife's already at work. Well, en route to work. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So now my dogs run amok. Well, good enough. Diesel and Rebel, they came back. I threw them back in the camper with me. They did their business, which that was nice. Then the kid called and said, you better get your dogs in. All right, let's get inside here. And I gotta convert over to my big coffee mug. And this guy's excited. Then we gotta get the big dogs out and get the day going on the morning conversations with all the other guys who've already seen each other. Guys are destroying my front door, but Charger, my boxer dog, did that. Here they all are. Let's hear it. Everybody's recluse time, man. Everybody's having fun. How about that, huh? Okay, so dogs out water. Let me do some things and I'll be right back. What you doing, pups, huh? All right, come on, get out there, you pack of eight pack. Let's go, come on, let's go. Wow, it is noisy. 2, 4, 6, 8. They're all accounted for. Wow, what a difference in the morning when I walk over here and they're already in the barn versus now. Oh, wow, what a beautiful day, though. I mean, for us having such a cold weather, this morning is balmy. It's really nice. And slowly but surely, all the snow is melting away. So that's a good and bad thing. Come on, Pops, where you going? Where you going, Gypsy? Come on, let's keep the pack going. Let's all get over to the barn because you guys can get fed and get the big dogs up in the office. Come on, Scouty. Come on, boy. Woo. Oh, my goodness, dogs. These dogs here, they go nonstop. I was out here yesterday from 1:45 to like 2:45, and I was out here till like 8:30. Just outside the whole time, just letting the dogs play and finally chill out. Because I really try to get these guys acclimated to the environment, and hopefully as time progresses, they're going to just be more in tune with not running off the property, which that's not easy. All right, let's get in here. There's our water. Made sure last night that they had fresh water for this morning to be on top of the schedule. I haven't had a sip of my coffee yet, believe it or not. All right, let's see here. What do you got here? I got my controller here. And is everybody in? Come on, Pops. Everybody's in. Everybody in? Come on. Yes, it is. Come on, Princey boy. Come on. So everybody wants to get their breath. We got 2. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, right? So we like that. Okay, hey, Princey boy, looky here. So what's really crazy is the little treats thing, the treats bag. I got to go to Costco today and get more treats. But the treats thing really does work. It's just the trickster getting them in. So Having a sip of coffee here, buddy. All right, come on, puppies. Let's get you upstairs. So, don't get on my car and scratch it, you goofball. So, let's get these guys upstairs so that the other guys can not be in their way, because that would be very. Come on, Ginger. So, oh gosh, no Ginger, no Ginger. Ah, Ginger, where are you? I just can't believe it, Ginger. Did you see Ginger? God dang it. It doesn't end. Oh my gosh. Ginger! Ginger! Oh, there she is. I thought she came in. Come on, baby, come. Yeah, you're a sneaker, aren't you? You're thinking you're gonna get some food. They're hungry. Gotta get them some food as well. All right, let's get the food bowls down and get the characters. The characters. What's going on? It's like you guys haven't eaten forever. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, here. It's not easy getting all this food out of here. Here, there you go. Come on, over here. Whoop, over here. Come on. Come on. Over here. All right, man. Okay. Then get the other bowl. Okay, good. All right, let's see here. Here you go. There you go. All right, let's throw the bowl a little bigger there for them. Put our bowl over here. I'm so glad Charles, who watches my channel out there in Oregon, he was saying how thankful he was for watching my channel, and he uses at Costco more affordable dog food, which is really good to hear. So he thanked me for sharing on my channel. And that's the thing on my channel. I hope that the content I bring you can maybe give you ideas, the good and the bad, the ugly, the dirty. But wow, what's going on in this world? So is it Karoline Leavitt? Is that the new White House press secretary that does the White House briefings every day? That other person. And so really interesting to see this young lady. Apparently she's the youngest White House press secretary to date of doing the face the nation, face the reporters. And Donald Trump has really opened the door up saying everybody's invited, podcasters. I mean, it's just incredible. It's like the light switch has been flicked to on position, not off. I don't know, man. It's just as incredible on how we're just seeing so much going on around us. And you just start to think to yourself, the last administration, really out of the gate, if you really think about what was the main focal point right out of the gate, it was the Ukraine-Russia war. And you think about February of 2022 is when the Ukraine-Russia war began. That was like February or March. And that was a huge focal point of this administration. And also for the price of energy. We all saw energy go through the roof. So it's just incredible on how it seems like so many things are going on. I mean, I know people who watch news know that the illegal immigration thing, sanctuary cities, all that stuff is going on. But it just seems like now, Donald Trump in office, it's like the light switch has been turned on to really, in my eyes, expose all of the corruption in our government. And others will argue, I know Michael Lewis from Houston Top Cat will argue with my views about Donald Trump versus Joe Biden, but that's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't know everything, and he doesn't know everything, and none of us know everything, but it's just not for me to come across my channel to anybody who wants to oppose my views. Where you get me rattled is when it's a day in, day out thing, where you start bringing up old stories, and then you start rambling on, and that's where I'll be like, you know what, there's nothing to that content of you rambling on how you feel like you're so right versus I'm so wrong. Nothing comes from it. It'd be like me just belittling one of my subscribers on a monthly basis because I don't like them and I just want to belittle them. That isn't who I am. I don't like that. We don't get anything. Let's focus on the content. Let's focus on the content and not focus on the individual. Let's not try to attack the individual. Let's attack the content. So the point is, it's just incredible to see what's going on with this illegal immigration. The ICE, I think it's funny with my Ice Age TV sticker. I think it's very funny that somebody, if it just said Ice Age, they'd probably think I was enforcement. And you know what? I got to go up to my local 7-Eleven here in the local area to see if all the illegals are hanging out in front of the 7-Eleven like they used to always do. I have no idea. I haven't done that. But you're hearing all these different reports of all the illegal immigration. You're hearing all these reports of people attacking Donald Trump, that he's a piece of crap because he's enforcing And now you have these attorneys claiming that these illegals aren't breaking the law in the United States. It's not. Just like, oh my God. So now you can come here illegally, you can live here legally, but you're not breaking the law. Okay, well, good Lord, how do I get in that system where I don't pay taxes anymore on anything, because I can just be illegal? But I know that's kind of far fetched, because illegals can get all these. It gets heavy and deep. But the whole point is, I'm trying to convey this morning, it's incredible on how Elon Musk is exposing so much information of what goes on behind the scenes in our government. And I can only hope Elon Musk has incredibly security detail. This guy's he's gonna be tracked down. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna try to take that guy out, because he's divulging so much information. Now, once again, you could take a position of the opposite of not liking Donald Trump or this administration. That is just it's a bunch of malarkey. It's a bunch of lies. You're just being told lies, and you're falling into the trap. And you're just like, you think how I look at things, blah, blah, blah. I get all that. It's possible. Very possible. But here's what's interesting. So, of all the former sitting presidents, all of the modern sitting presidents in our day and time, who has deported most of the illegals? Do you even know? One for Elon Musk, doing his dodgy Department of Government Efficiency. I wouldn't know that answer. I would not. I would probably say that it's Donald Trump, because Donald Trump pounds a fist at his last term. He did a hell of a job of cleaning up the illegal immigration. So who do you think has done the most deportation of illegals? And then who do you think the second person is? Well, believe it or not, Bill Clinton, per Elon Musk of Government Facts, per Bill Clinton, he deported 12 million illegals. Wow, I never knew that. And then guess who actually second? Would you ever believe Barack Obama has outdone Donald Trump by triple deportation? Barack Obama removed 3 million illegal immigrants in this country. I don't remember during Barack Obama's legacy of that being criticized against him. I don't really remember any of that. I just don't remember much conversation of that. For Donald Trump, for his last term, he removed a measly 1 million people. Oh, but the media machine ratchets it up that Donald Trump is a dictator. He's a Nazi. He is going to be a person that is going to round people up and put them in concentration camps. The list goes on and on and on. With the general media, as the legacy media is the term being used more than ever with Elon Musk, is the old media basically presents Donald Trump as being this incredibly dire straits Hitler guy. But yet, if anybody was the Hitler, it was actually Bill Clinton. Because he got rid of 12 million illegals. Do you actually believe that? Do you believe Elon Musk, what he's saying is factual? Or is he lying? Is Elon Musk already lying to everybody to play the game, to pay favoritism to Donald Trump and him? Could be. I don't know. So just for me, it's like, wow. Now here's the next thing with this Carolyn Levitt in Levitt, however you tell. Yesterday, she's doing her first White House press 45-minute conversations, and it was pretty classic of people trying to call her out in some things. So this is something I didn't even know. I mean, once again, is this real stuff? So apparently the eggs, I haven't gone shopping for eggs in ages. I haven't. I usually go to Costco and buy like a 18 or 24 pack or something. I haven't done that in ages. It'd be more about my wife maybe going shopping by a store and picking up some eggs. So for me, to hear this story, eggs are now like $9 a carton, a dozen. Now I'd say that's probably the organic ones, one of the perfect chickens that are, babied and perfect environment world. But no, so apparently eggs are through the roof. But do you actually know why? And I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't watch the news. I don't want to get brainwashed. That's the danger of watching the news. For me, I turn on the business Fox News and I kind of see the market, see things, but I don't really watch it. I just have it in the background, just have the TV on to have noise. It just kind of makes you, I don't know. But then I see what the markets are doing and other people speculating. I enjoy that. But to turn into Mark Levin, to Sean Hannity, to Tucker Carlson, Jesse Waters. I just don't turn into those guys because I think you get, or Ben Gleck, one of the guys on my channel. He did a good job. Who replaced Rush Limbaugh? And he said Glenn Beck. And I was like, you know what? He's probably right. But Glenn Beck, you go like 20 plus years ago, Glenn Beck, I think, had a addiction problem, I think. But I always had this vision that one day Glenn Beck would just lose it and he would totally disappear from the media and journalism. And then one day they'd find him in some hotel all coked up with all the horrors around him. I always thought about Glenn Beck just totally losing it one day because he has some pretty far-fetched ideas. I've never been a fan of him either because you start listening to all this stuff and you truly can get wrapped up and caught up into a lot of conspiracy theories and everything else. I just don't do it. So I can be out there. I think that was a good evaluation of Rush Limbaugh passing, and Glenn Beck, I guess, kind of took his position. Dan Bongino, not a big fan of him. That guy mouths off and yells and screams and cusses and everything else. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Stop it. Would you guys stop it? Stop it. Just stop it. What are you guys doing? Stop it. You grouchy son of a guns. So they're not even fighting over the food. They're just fighting with each other. That little gypsy girl, she's an instigator like these women do to us guys, right? Get us all riled up. So here's the point about the eggs. So did you know, now people are pissed off at Donald Trump and to shut down the ongoing talk of the bird flu. So apparently out there, I guess, in the West Coast, the bird flu is now spreading rapidly and everybody's getting sick and all these other things are starting to happen. So here we go again. Here we go again. Everybody's going to be locked down. Get your mask out. Yeah. So here's the thing. Did you know that that Joe Biden's administration exterminated 100 million chickens because of the bird flu scare? I didn't know that. Many of you maybe do that. The whole point is, okay, well, guess what? There's a serious challenge in the poultry end, the chicken end, with eggs, I guess. And that's why the eggs have gotten so expensive because the former administration didn't want the breakout of the bird flu. So they got rid of 100 million chickens. Can you imagine? I couldn't even fathom that many chickens being killed. But others are claiming that Donald Trump created the higher expensive eggs. Wow. It's just, oh my gosh. How do you take information in today's technology age of information? Where I think the misinformation is through the roof. It's through the roof. And you get on X and you see all these liberal-minded people mouthing off all day, and about every word out of their mouth is F you, F you, F you, F you. It's just like, oh my gosh, why? Why such a hatred? But these are people making money. They make money off of social media. They make money probably outside of the social media. It has to deal with the George Soros ideas, I guess. I don't know. Why would you get on social media and tell everybody to go F yourself if you're a MAGA? I just give myself, wow. I wonder if these people actually in person in a crowd would start mouthing off like that. You know what happened to that type of person. Yeah, it wouldn't be a good ending. You see all these people showing up at one of the wrong rallies and mouthing off and telling people to F themselves, especially a woman that runs her mouth all day long, an ex named Joe. Her name is named Joe, J-O, and she all the time, every day, all day, hate posts all day long on social media. For me, I don't know how Lon puts up with that stuff, but hey, it's freedom of speech. I get it. I understand that very well. But at the same time, it's like, wow, it's just riling up people to get people pissed off, and they make money off all that stuff. These guys here, it's incredible how DeepSeek has totally turned the lights on to maybe so many people being aware. Are they being misled? Are they being misled on buying technology and stocks? And is the Sam Altman of the world overpricing everything to make himself so rich and values so rich when he's really just not really telling you the way it is? You have to start to wonder. Now they're saying DeepSeek may have stolen artificial intelligence from the likes of Microsoft and OpenAI. Now that's a whole other story developing. There's infinite stories right now going on to bring the demise to DeepSeek, the artificial intelligence, to slow down the rhetoric that they were able to accomplish at much less money, much less chips, in a record time, artificial intelligence that matches close to those of like the guys that have hundreds of millions of dollars invested in what this other guy Liang Wuhang out of China, 40-year-old stockbroker guy or whatever, hedge fund manager that made his millions, and he did this thing for a dime on the dollar. So, but a lot of people are starting to think, they're not so sure they're buying this up, but it's creating havoc in some ways for NVIDIA's stock and other big tech guys, because it's starting to portray that is it really as dynamic and as hard as you're saying it is, and you're just riding off of making everybody believe it is. I don't know. I mean, I'm not in depth to that. Somebody posted on my video from yesterday's video to talk about cryptocurrency and to take the dollar, to trade to the dollar to another thing. I'm not into crypto or Bitcoin. I wish I was. And here's what's really interesting. Here's a guy named Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy. I remember this guy to a T from the year 2000. This is the guy that started an IT company, a tech company, I think more of a defense contractor company, software developer, and whatever else it may be, right here in Tysons Corner, Virginia. And the guy became very successful very quickly because he turned his company into a public company, and they reaped millions and millions of dollars, and he pissed a lot of people off on the boards and investors because he instantly started donating money to the goodwill of the colleges and other things when the company wasn't that old. And so he got really called out. But what's really incredible with this guy is MicroStrategy, look it up. This guy, Michael Saylor, he started investing with the approval of the board members, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, whatever you want to call it. And he started investing in that, and he actually started to make a lot of money. But then everybody knows Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrency stuff crashed back like in 2022, I think, or some time frame like that. And so the company MicroStrategy went into dire straits because they had leveraged themselves with a lot of loans and other things of buying up this currency, the invisible currency. You know, Bitcoin and crypto, it's all invisible. You don't have, you don't pull out money in the crypto world, the Bitcoin world. You know, you're just buying into the what if. It's bartering, whatever it may be. Maybe it is, but it's incredible. This guy is riding on top of the world because everybody knows the whole crypto Bitcoin thing has exploded. So this guy now is making major headlines on how wealthy he has made MicroStrategy, not off of them being an IT or software company or an AI company, but off of trading off of crypto Bitcoin currency. Wow, this guy's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He's worth like $1 billion. I mean, it's insane. You can read about it if you look it up, but it's just incredible on how to think. This guy was so down and out and in the dire straits and being made fun of just a few years back for basically investing all the monies of MicroStrategy into the what-if currency. And now, as you know, Donald Trump is very much on board of this future currency. So it's gaining a lot of traction. Elon Musk, everybody's really on. I'm not into it. I should be. I'd probably make a lot more money than sitting around my mouth every morning talking on a YouTube channel. I can guarantee you that. That's something you can look up on your own. So then, yesterday, in the conversations, we're already having a D.C. judge put a hold on this federal aid, government assistance, all the money's going out for government. There's a judge that has already put a stay in the order that they can't enforce that yet. It's going to a Monday hearing, and already they're going to try to start delaying Donald Trump wanting to slow things down and figure out where all these monies are being given to all these different countries and all these different programs. They don't have a handle on it yet. And he wants to have a 90-day order to be able to delay things. Not everything, though. People run their miles that you were Medicaid's going to be turned off. This is going to be turned off. It's a bunch of BS. It's not true. Student loans, it's not true. These are a bunch of liars that don't know what they're talking about. It's select programs that Donald Trump wants to evaluate better and get a handle on this government's monies or where it's going. And once again, a judge now has intervened and is basically saying, we're going to kick that to the curb, Mr. Trump, and we're going to fight this through the court system. Oh, my gosh. Just unbelievable. Then yesterday on my channel, I got an NBC News. Come on, calm down. Hey, Rebel, you just chill out. He is they're all troublemakers, right? My Apple Watch, I get NBC News, breaking news. Donald Trump is going to offer buyouts to 2 million federal workers. So I actually posted that on my short clips on my YouTube and also on Instagram and Facebook and even on X. Did it get much attention? No, because I just don't have that following of people for that reason. But the point is, Donald Trump is now federal employees an opportunity to leave their job, 8 months of pay if you want to resign, and benefits. It's a compensation package for 8 months. And so a lot of people now have already jumping all over that, how he can't do this, he can't do that, blah, blah, blah. It's just incredible. The goal of Department of Government Efficiency with Elon Musk, I think it's going to be a long, hard challenge for him, because I think there's going to be so many lawsuits filed against him and his division. I hope not. I hope he gets things cleaned up. And it's interesting to see that they're already predicting that 10% of the people may take this early resignation because of the forced going back to work in the office. But then you read on X and other places, government officials are already back in the office anyways, so a lot of people are scratching their head of like, it isn't as radical as people say it is. I have no idea. This D.C. area, my understanding is 30% of the federal government workers go to in-office work. The other 70% still work remotely at home. Seeing that nobody's listening to my idea. Hey, come on, guys. What? Hey, just chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Just chill out for a while. Chill out. Just chill out. Oh, yeah, that worked, didn't it? Yeah, so it's interesting nobody listens to my idea that I talked about for the last few days about how you offer people to take a pay cut or you come to work. I mean, what I said by that the last few days is you tell your federal workers, if you come into the office, if you hear my presentation last few days, you know what I've been pitching a whole different scenario on how I think they could kind of cut down the government expenditures and, the reliance on all these buildings they have and everything else. All right, there's lots of things I always talk about, and my video gets very long. Don't want to get too long into it because there's just so much information out there going on right now. But it sure seems like all of a sudden in our country, the country's been turned upside down. Now, it's very interesting. I'll be very interested to see in this area for me over the next month or so. And I see my buddies at the motorcycle dealerships. I see my friends at the car dealerships. And I say, what's the atmosphere? Are people still hell-bent on buying something all the time? Are people starting to pull back? And now the big thing for 2025 is, the big saying on the social media is that they want people to stop buying stuff, to pull back, quit spending your money. You already have too much. So that's the goal of 2025 on social media is stop buying things. Keep things, stop spending all your money, try to pay debt down. I guess that's the New Year's resolution. Here's what's very interesting. My daughter, thank God, for once in her life going to college, has a professor that has common sense. So her professor, which is her her arts professor, English, I should say her English professor, he talks at great length about the social media, how it's destroying this country. He makes fun of the Generation Zers, which that's what my daughter is. And it's incredible. She tells me on how he really is such a more clean-headed guy. He thinks that the social media is destroying this country. He advises people to stop on the social media. He actually did a whole roll call of how many hours people watch social media. They're on their device. And so a raise of hands. So he said 2 hours, raise a hand, 4 hours, raise a hands. So you got up to 8 to 10 hours of people raising their hands in the class that spend the whole day just on a computer on social media. Wow. What he does, there's no cell phones allowed to be used in his class, or otherwise he kicks you out. There's no cell phone. And so he wants no artificial intelligence to be used upon your writings. He's a really cool guy. He's a really balanced guy. He's not preaching ideology. He's preaching what he should, academics. And he's also telling the Generation Z people how foolish they are, that they're being ruined by this technology world that is taking their lives from them, and they're making a big mistake. I love to hear this stuff. And my daughter's so excited. She so respects this guy and loves to go to school. Now, the prior time she went to school, it was totally opposite. The professors were telling her that she should be gay. They're telling you shouldn't believe in God. They're telling about the ideology of socialism, of DEI. That was the main, that they hate Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah. Racism. That's all. That was her class. That was the general underlying message from her last semester of school. And my wife did a great job because she did a really thorough looking into what teacher she would advise Julia to go to in school. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, anybody there has a young kid that's sent off to college, you better do your research like never ever before to find out what college your kid goes to and what teacher you're going to be paying money to teach your kid, academics or ideology. It's a major problem in our freaking country, and universities. It's so bad. So I can only hope anybody out there really comes to light and understand this is real stuff. I can attest for it just on my own family, for my own daughter. It's real, and my daughter would tell you if she's standing next to me, everything I'm telling you is correct and factual. That's it. I'm done. And the dogs are going nutty as usual. As I get nuttier, right? So hey, God bless. Have a great day.